Well, the weekend appreciation in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Here with my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harden. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some from their thunder. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. A season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And predictably, they came out on top in the season series last year. We'll see if it's any different this time around.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for them. Follow, Chamber. It's out there with Kenneth Fareed. And it's Lawson in at the point. And Steve brought up the outcome of the series between these teams. Wasn't a surprise given how they, Clark, each finished the year.
You're right all over it, Kevin. I mean, there was success on one side, and then the disappointment is missing the playoffs on the other side. Boy, you look at how Ibaka's gone from role player to key player since his time. He's done it by increasing his range and efficiency from outside, and he's done it every season. You really have to admire his work ethic. Everybody raves about the character we're seeing here.
Now here's Jackson, following the nose by Kenneth Fareed. Jackson kicks the ball. That is good. Ibaka definitely knows how to improve his game, and if you look at his shot charts year by year, there are distinct chances of reaching shots from those between range over 2 years. Here's Fareed, and the way up good off the glass.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there. Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And here are the Thunder now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And a very confident performance offensively.
Really?
This team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat. And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance. And the other team's built really sound.
Well, the final word on Ibaka comes and clumps to him. It seems 1 year he's starting to make more baseline shots. Clark, next year he's starting at the top of the key more. He's also looking at the three-point shot more often.
So that's exactly how you go about expanding the range to a player like Kevin. You're really good and going in progressively, extend the range and move it.
And here's a front. Following a 3 from Kevin Durant. Shoots from 12. And Denver scoring again.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
The Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, I had a chance to catch up with Brian Shaw. And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? The premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it's shoot the ball. Once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Now Durant so long to just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double digits.
Thanks, Doris. They get it back. Hickson takes it off the glass. Hickson's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark. Ibaka with a screen on chin from the baseline. Ibaka pushes to Perkins. Up at 6. Ibaka, the pass to Perkins. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid up. Lawson outside. The pass will flow. Lets it fly. And the rejection by Perkins. The final kicks to Fareed. Jams it straight down.
I'm not sure how I like this. He used the rim to get some tree there and there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was soft when he took it. Now here's Jackson. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him too. Coach Scott Brooks, a defender, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
So it's Denver now. After Oklahoma City gets the three. And Lawson, here we go. Lawson onside, and he overshot that one, missing.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
And Scott Brooks, even when the Thunder were really a young team, was pretty open to getting input from his players, and they liked it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a collaborative style. And really credit to Scott Brooks. He's secure enough with himself to allow his players to have that input. He engaged with his players and keeping them invested. It's not easy for coaches to do when they're expected to always be in control and have the answers. And he's got some great team leaders, too, so it's a nice fit for that collaborative style.
Now here's Chandler. Error on the follow, missing his last shot. Picks at a screen. Here's Lawson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It looked like an easy 2 points right there. You know he's kicking himself for that.
Morrow kicks to Perkins. Stolen by Fareed. And now the Nuggets. Fast break.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
That's one thing to create a turnover, but so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity. That's even better. There's Jackson. Denver getting no last shot to go. Perkins with the screen for Jackson. One stolen by Lawson. Has it to a flight. A baseline shade. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Thunder leading by 3. Ibaka with the screen on Chin. Durant, and Henson after the pitch. Frees him up. Puts it down. Rubs it in, and it looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And so here's Denver. The Thunder making the shot. McClellan takes to Lawson. Fareed setting the big for Lawson. Off the screen. Good as a shot ball. Lawson's got 6 points.
Very effective screen to set up a jumper. That was the key to that play.
There were balls in the action. I'll show you the teams that were best from the line last season. Second, the Thunder.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
Jackson against Lawson. Morrow kicks to Perkins. Pass to Jackson. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
But that is 4 about 5. Lawson outside. Pass to Fareed. Fires from the wing. Can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Chandler against Durant. The feed to Morrow. Lets him go with the three. Rebound by the Nuggets. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessarily either. You know, only beat to me. I'm glad they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. They didn't make any good adjustments there.
Stephen Adams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hickson. Alinari comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Andy Foy, he's checked in for Wilson Chin. Robinson is subbed in for John Austin. Here's Morrow. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers. Durant against Robinson. Now here's Durant. Back in off the glass. It's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead.
You know,
Everybody knows that the Thunder are a good offensive team, but the reason why is they have such balance offensively. They can put the ball in the basket a number of different ways from a number of different spots.
The Thunder lead by 4. Dishes it to Morrow. Follow against Durant. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 14.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Robinson against Jackson. Shot from 12. The try by Collison. Morrow. Collison dishes to Jackson. Here's Morrow. Covered by Floyd. And the basket by Morrow. He has 6.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. And they're getting pushed around on the low block. Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Here's Mozgov. 12 points his last outing. Gallinari in the corner. Inside. Mozgov's shot is off. Oklahoma City scored 4-4 on 2 corners in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Durant the pass to Adams. Collison kicks for Edwards. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Renee is trailed by 8. Alfaro goes in. Here's Foy. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Collison with a screen on Robinson. Here's Durant. Terrific design on the football. He lays it in. Durant's got 16 points.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their team.
For the Thunder, Troy James comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's running in there for Anthony Mark. And Denver also making a switch. McGee is checked in. Here's Moore. His last down and he had 8 points. Right left to the wing. And McGee kicks the 4. He dishes it to Gallinari. McGee sets the pick for Gallinari. Time to shoot. Robinson goes in. Good target from 13 feet.
He was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside. Agreed, as long as he picks a spot, he's out to the hard to block.
Here's Ryan. Something else against the Clippers. They set the screen. Here's Jackson. And he uses the box again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going. And now you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Here's Robinson. Follows the split of Oklahoma City. Now it's the defender at least really fun.
That was an easy whistle for the official.
Well, the 2-point seed from here 2 points tonight. Robinson hits them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on this free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Jackson with it. Down low. Deflects the pass. And here's 4. Kicks it to McGee. To the paint. He can't hit.
Well, he didn't quit on the play. He defended the shot, contested it, and then got back straight to the ground.
Next Wednesday, November 5th, Paul Wilson and the Atlanta Hawks go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. East versus West. It's the real deal.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
They set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down at the paint area. In the rest of the game, these shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
So on the floor for them. Down low, it's Fareed and JaVale McGee.
Robinson. And it's Gallinari in the small forward position. JaVale McGee, a 7-footer with length and athleticism, and certainly going to rim defensively. Guards the rim so well, and he can reach over 2 feet above the rim. That's unbelievable. You look at him, he's got all the physical traits you look for. My question for McGee is just his decision-making and his development, his focus.
He's capable of making a spectacular play, but can he make the fundamental one? And that's what's held him back to this point.
Here's Lawson following the basket by Jeremy Lamb.
Now Lawson. Point game is Rascati.
Stolen by Jackson. And Jones sends it in.
Good aggressive finish on the break. That's as easy as 2 points as you could ask for.
But then it's trailed by 10.
And McGee's flair for the unexpected, if you want to call it that, has made him a blooper reel regular. I mean, if he could just focus on being fundamentally sound, stay away from the extra curriculum, I think he could be one of the best things in the game. I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more. Usually that's a great way to get control of the game.
They haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. Again, Oklahoma City.
JaVale McGee, Ray Blacks, trying to play for the Philippines in the World Cup this past summer. They're shy when it comes to breaking with convention.
Robinson kicks to McGee. Lawson against Jackson. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Ty Lawson. Oklahoma City's on 2-1 range in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, swing it over to Florence Smith for an update. Go Lawrence.
He said he wanted to be the greatest player in the world, and he'd do everything to achieve exactly that. Now all that remains is winning a title. He knows that's the elite fraternity. The players who've won titles and league MVP. And he did it, Kevin.
And he knows it takes a team to hold all this. So Denver calls timeout. And for Durant, he said, well, he wants to crack that 50-purpose list when it's all said and done.
Kevin Durant's already done that. He had 10 to be in that 10 conversation. He maintained his level of play and consistency. Championships are important, and he knows that. He's on that list already for me.
That's on the trophies.
Yep.
Looking at who's out there now for the vote. Kendrick Perkins has checked in for Dallas. Durant comes in for Jones. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Jeremy Lamb.
Nate Robinson suffered a torn ACL halfway through last season. Been a long way back for the dynamic 5'9" Energizer. Really nice to see him back in action.
In Robinson's game, Steve, very reliant on his athleticism. You kind of wonder how long it'll take for him to get close to 100%.
Well, usually for ACLs, it's about a year to play, maybe 2 years to really get back to 100%. We've seen some people do it faster. Hopefully, Robinson is in that group. We want him back as soon as possible. So exciting to watch.
Perkins. And Jennifer Reed pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 10. And let's get this update now from Doris Perkins across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin. Especially in that last half. Instead of their focus should be on offensive rebounds. For second chance points. He added one more thing as well, which is that he wants them to drive the lane and take the ball strong at every opportunity. Being in the position you're in, it's a smart move to go to the court and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. It was Watson. 8 points for him.
The defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
The drive by Jackson. He feeds it to Perkins.
No luck. And it's Denver the other way.
Chandler right side. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 7 in the basket from Kev for me.
They have got to put a body on, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive play.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. Here's Morrow. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Denver 15. Denver grabs the miss. Dixon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lawson fires in. Scored by Jackson. Outside Durant. Over to the lane. There's the dish to Morrow. To run the clock. And he gets it to go. Morrow's got 8 points. All the points these defenders are running inside have been excusable.
That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically laid. Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Now here's Robinson. 6 points for him. Chandler dishes Jefferson. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Dixon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
J.J. Hickson was drafted into the NBA after just 1 season at NC State. He's rounded into a quality player, strong rebounder, got great activity at both ends, has a decent mid-range touch as well, and he finishes. He does so well.
Denver making a switch here. A foul is checked in, and so it's Oklahoma City with it. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Great open net play. He's got 8.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Now here is Fareed. 10 points, last game out. A follow the pass to Fareed. Denver passing it around. Denver needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Lawson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Bucker's got his 3 rebound on the line. And then to Hood at 15.
Yeah, they celebrate from start to finish, guys, especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They'll find something right. Chandler kicks to a follow. Feeds to Lawson. Puts it up from 17. Pitch-in shot. Perkins pulls it in. Perkins got his 3rd rebound on the night. The Thunder leading by 11. Now here's Jackson. He's got 8. Ibaka with a screen on Lawson. Jackson. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And this sort of Austin Pimp is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
But there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal guys to watch. So much fun.
Here's Lawson, following the screen by Oklahoma City. On the way to Frollo. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
What a great job picking the defensive part, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy shooting and get the football.
He's on for the determination of time, now pumping into the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is. He's got past to the hoop. And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense. You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Chips and dishes tomorrow. Back to Jackson. He kicks it to Ibaka. And there's another one for the Thunder. The Nuggets trail by 13. Denver calls timeout. And as we get a break here, a point for the teams to go over their own strategy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get revictory with deodorant. Put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season and you go through a stretch that you don't hydrate. It can have a major physical toll on the body, wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
He's checked in for Hickson. Now comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And it's Foy in for Wilson Chandler. On defense, Oklahoma City. A follow pass to Moscow. The feed to Lawson. Here's Moscow. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 on the clock. Lawson fires in, and he gets it to go. The Thunder lead by 11. The Nuggets 2 seasons ago, Steve, won franchise best 57 games and were considered a fringe championship contender. Even as a young team, but it's been a steep decline since.
Well, the injury to Gallinari hurt, the defection of Iguodala to the rival Warriors, and mass turnover in the front office and the coaching staff. So they are now trying to regain that stability.
Here's Gallinari, and the lead is down inside single digits. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Jackson. 1:33 left in the first half. The baseline J, and they get it to Oklahoma City.
And for the Nuggets last season, they traded away starting center close to Memphis in an effort to free up space for JaVale McGee, promising young center. Then McGee, unfortunately, was out most of the season with a broken leg. That set him back in terms of his progress, but he's still a center that's on the routes. It's a combination, quite honestly, of a bit of a questionable decision and then some bad luck as well. That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Near the 4-point line, it's Foy. That is in there. Watson with the assist. Foy's got his first bucket of the night. The Thunder lead by 9.
Well, guys, when I look at the Nuggets, I see a young team with great depth. They still have a chance to be a real factor in the West.
Here's Durant. Aflalo pulls it in. Aflalo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Lawson, here we go. And he makes good on the way. Lawson's got 17.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Now 8 seconds separate the two clocks. It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Aflalo. 6 on the shot clock. Durant. That's good. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it coming off that fantastic game last time out.
And Lawson, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man. Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Here's Jackson. And this is where Cunningham going in. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Looking at the remainder of this basketball game, what has to come from your group offensively? Coach, thank you so much. Never give them ball.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Third quarter after that going. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
The Nuggets trail by 7, right outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Tomorrow out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Perkins in at the 5. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Apollo coming off his best season XP, an 18-point per game score. Shooting well from the field, three-point range, and the line.
And Kevin, when you think about the efficiency, it's made even more impressive when you consider that he threw a lot of defensive focus.
And let's now go to the sideline to catch up here with Doris first. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the 2013-14 was certainly a tough season for the Denver Nuggets and new head coach Brian Shaw. Shaw knew he'd have a tough act to follow after the prior season when they won the most games in franchise history and made the playoffs for 10 straight seasons. But he said, quote, "I've never run away from pressure or expectations. Gentlemen, he's handled it gracefully."
And a team with great depth, but the rest is always tough. Thanks, Doris.
And, you know, Aflalo has always been a hard worker, but starting in the summer of 2013, he took his off-season regimen to a new level, working out 3 times a day for 12 weeks. He wanted to ensure he had the legs to defend and produce offensively at a high level, and as always, his work has paid off.
And you look at Aflalo, an all-star candidate last season. Carolina's losing record kept him out, but he can continue to produce in a winning situation. I like his chances. Now, here's Lawson. Aaron Aflalo missing his last shot. And Lawson, here we go. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, it's sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoring.
That's good. Durant's got 23.
May as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Lawson up top, guarded by Jackson. Chandler kicks to Lawson. This one for 3. And again, Denver, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexity of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
For Denver, they won 0-5 to start the second quarter. Stream of court shooting coming out of the locker room. The shot by Hickson, no good. The Thunder lead by 12. Morrow dishes to Perkins. Offensive rebound. The Nuggets shooting for the game to 42%. Shoot it down to finish the break.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2 hands, and you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shaking.
Hit his foot, and the official saying it was kicked. And so here's Oklahoma City. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Jackson kicks to Morrow. Kenneth Reed grabs the board.
Well, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Clarkson, tough offensive sets. 3 minutes in.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Good shot opportunity. They get it back. The shot by Gibson, no good. For Reed. No one that down on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Durant kicks to Jackson. It's stolen by Lawson. They get a handout. It's stolen by Ibaka. And he jams it with authority.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball transfer, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly what they want to do. Aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And Denver has possession, but Thunder making the shot. Here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Outside Jackson, inside Durant. Right side Durant. And gets it to go. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, here we go again. An open pass to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Denver calls timeout.
Kevin Durant, the most unstoppable scorer in the game. It is amazing to watch this guy pick the ball in the basket from every angle and every distance. His ball handling ability allows him to do this thing. He can get wherever he wants to, when he wants to, how he wants to. He can get a shot off any time.
Also for Denver. Hey, Robinson is checked in for John Lawson. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there, and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He also told them that offense needs to surround the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Clearly, some adjustments there have to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris. And here is Ibaka. Owing the 3 from Nate Robinson. It's Durant with the drive, and then there's the whistle. Foul hard, and the shot. He'll go to the line.
But with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he's even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
Now Hollison's checked in for Oklahoma City. And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age, dropped and was established so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or two away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical and emotional come together at that peak point of performance. And his best seasons are still in front of him. They're pretty good ones behind him for this group.
There's Jackson. Nate Robinson making his last shot. Passing the pass to Durant. Stolen by Fareed. And now here comes Robinson leading the play. And Jonathan has been able to retain possession here. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Nuggets in second.
Yeah, it was an impressive campaign for their big men, and I thought the whole team did a really nice job of getting bodies on people and really boxing in.
Now, here's Robinson. 11 points in the game. Good ball game here by the Nuggets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from a follow to 2, and Denver again with the bucket. The Thunder leading by 9. Outside Jackson. Outside for Durant. Puts up a 3. It's all in by the Nuggets. Outside Robinson. Puts it up from 12. Again, the Nuggets score. Jackson with it. He's got 14. Robinson contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Hey, Robinson picks one up.
Reggie Jackson is really strong and athletic. Excellent driver and finisher, especially when working off the pick and roll.
And Jackson, a good three-point shooter at Boston College. But it seems, Steve, he's still adjusting to the NBA three-point range.
Well, last year he shot about 3 of them per game, Kevin. Made a little more than a third of his attempts, so he needs to shoot a better percentage from the corners in particular. But as a ball handler, he's a good setup man, a good assist man, really good all-around guard.
Jones checked in for...
Sa totoo lang, si Busiaya kasi, simula nung umalis yung dalawa, or kahit ikaw, tatlo kayo, ang iniisip niya yung dalawa, gawa ng sitwasyon na gera. Kaya lagi yung tinatanong, what happened to si Daniel? Si, I know, na-delay yung trabaho nila. Makita mo, hindi yan ang galing sa akin Hindi ko alam bakit niya alam. Alam mo naman yun. Kaya ko chinachat si CJ. Sabi ko, I will ask. Sabi ko gano'n kahit si Jed. Sinisin lang ako Sabi ko, hindi naman gano'n yung dati, boss. Sabi ko. Tapos sabi niya, ano. Pero sabi ko, hindi gano'n dati yung sila Jed. Nagre-reply naman yung mga yun. Pero ngayon, parang ayaw na nila akong kausapin. hindi porket ako yung natira sa ating magkakapatid sa Joe, kung may mga kumakalat, baka ako na yung pinag-iisipan nyo, mga lintik kayo. Kaya tahimik na lang din ako sa GC nung, actually, kahapon lang. Kailan ka ba naalis dun sa Chestnut? Hindi ko naman alam. Kahapon lang na kwento ni Bish, actually. So, tahimik lang din ako. Hindi kita ipipiin. At malamang sa malamang, hindi rin ako magtatanong sa'yo sa GC. Diba? Kung hindi ka nga lang talaga pumunta ngayon, nagpakita actually, mas maigi naman tanongin in person. Alam mo naman yung si Busiaya, kahit hindi mo kwentuhan yun yung laging malakas yung kutob nun, ewan ko ba sa tao nun, advance mag-isip. Pero may point naman siya. Sabi niya, alam ko, kahit di nyo sabihin, na-delay yung trabaho ng dalawa, no. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam, boss, hindi naman nag-update yung mga hindi ko naman kinukulit. Neto lang, nung tinatanong ko sila, sabi ko, kinakamusta ni boss. Sabi ko, chat mo rin, tanungin mo si Jed. Nagtatanong din yun sa kanya si Busiaya, saka si CJ. Kasi hindi nila nire-reply kasi sabi mo nga, hindi nila nire-reply dati. Tapos ako nagtatanong din. Kasi nga, nag-aalala yung isa, si Busiaya. Tapos sabi niya pa, if there's a chance na, kasi may bit-bit ako CV kahapon, pumunta yung nakilala ko doon. Pamangkin niya daw, 2 months na lang daw yung visa. Parang umalis na sa trabaho ata, or naalis. Sabi ko, wala naman kaming hiring pero tinanggap lang ni Busiaya. Tapos pag-alis ng kakilala ko, sabi niya, if there's a chance, sino pipiliin mo kung papipiliin ka nila? Sabi ko, syempre, wala yung mga no? Pero alam ko hindi nababalik yun, sabi ko sa kanya. Yeah, I want this to come back, no? Because they are so kawawa. But Joey still have visa. That time na kausap ko siya, hindi niya pa alam. Hindi niya pa kami narinig na nag-uusap ni... Galing siya sa likod nun Hindi niya pa kami narinig na that time na nag-open si Bish. Pero wala akong idea kung mag-hire ba yung Joe na yun. Kasi nga, di ba parang napending nga yung Yung nag-iring sila last time na nasa score pa kayo tatlo. Diba parang wala namang action lahat yun. Puro pending lang. So sila CJ wala pa talagang trabaho. Be? Yung totoo. Kawawa naman yung dalawa. Pinitan niya. Si CJ actually okay lang kasi nito yung mama niya. Pero syempre may mga expenses din yun, no? Eh si Jed, ano nung balita nun? Hindi rin naman nagpaparamdam. Alam ko naman na ayaw din lang makalat. Pero once, kung kumakalat man yan, sana huwag niyong pag-isipan. Wala naman ako. Porque ako natira sa Diyos. Ayos. Akin na lahat. Ganon. Yan, sila Sagar, nagtatanong sila Sean. Paano din nila nalaman? Diba? Hindi rin natin alam eh. Eh, syempre, sa Sagar, speaking of Sagar, Nepal eh. Ewan ko.
Oklahoma City. And Denver also making the switch. McGee is checked in. Aflalo dishes to Chandler. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Chandler gets Durant. Here's Fareed. And it's a ball. Oklahoma City. Collison is screen for Jackson. Outside Collison. Outside for Durant. And the ball to Jackson. There's for three. The Thunder with another miss. But it's trailed by 9. And here is Chandler. This is into Roberts. Back to Chandler. That's a fly for 18. Here's Fareed. Here's McGee. They shoot again, and Jones sends it back. One off of the today. Robinson against Durant. He was fouled on the one. 2 free throws now for him.
Barry Jones back at Baylor, once considered a top prospect, 6'11", rangy athlete with guard skills. His stock has maybe fallen a little bit, but the Thunder took a flyer on him late in the first round back in 2012. It's still a work in progress, but plenty of potential. Well, they've been shooting their free throws with confidence and knocking them down. It's giving them an edge, no question about it.
And he's checked in for Jackson. And then for Denver. Moscow, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Foy in for Earl Flawley. And again, Denver, no good. And Barry Jones probably the most easy
Yeah, he sure was, Kevin. He's shooting as much as speed as you see in the league. His rebound rate is left a bit to be desired at this point. I think he's going to have to up the rebounding total to get more consistent minutes.
Here's Robinson. After Barry Jones' score, Alinari wide open, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's one of them. McGee with the back. And they're great back. Jones for 3, and hit on the basket. Jones has got 5 points now. That's good. I'm not necessarily a big fan of him
Shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
It's Gallinari.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Justin Jones, a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
to make the play when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Al Robinson, 13 points in the game. Acting on Harry. And again, it's Denver.
They found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
The Thunder lead by 12. Side Durant. Feeds it to Hollis. Down to the lane. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City. Durant gets to Jones. Jacks up a three. Here comes Durant for three. Durant's got 12 points in just the second half. Then it is trailing by 15. It's up top. And that one hits back out.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Outside Durant. Jones for three. And the Thunder another three.
He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
McGee sets the pick for Robinson. And the shot is good. Robinson's got 9 points in the quarter.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. He's shooting themselves far better than it was before the break.
The pass to Durant. It's one. Back to Durant. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Jones, no luck. Then it's trailing by 16. Here's Gallinari. Nice pass. Right into the rock perfectly for the layup. Gallinari's got 11 points. Oklahoma City's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Outside Durant. Up three. It's good. Durant's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Oklahoma City.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point for Ross since halftime. Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Robinson left side. And he gets it to go. He's got 17.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Outside Durant. Dishes it to Jones. Good it goes. And it's fallen, but it's off line. And if we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder lead by 15. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Next Sunday night, November 2nd, step up forward the Golden State Warriors. Go up against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. Join us now.
Yan ang chismis na yun. Sa'yo ko lang narinig yun. Meron palang kumakalat na gano'n. Tsaka, ano yun? Ang tawag ito? Pinapainit sila ni Lara sa ano? Nag-usap sino bang nag-usap? Si Lara o si Lara tsaka si CJ? Sinabihan ka ni CJ ng gano'n, na ganito gano'n, nagkaroon yan, nag-iwan. Wala yun ah. Kasi si Yaya, ano yan eh, tawag dito, mahilig mag-share niya sa akin siguro, tinatago niya. Baka alam niya yung issue niya. Kaya, na napag-usapan na baka ibalik. Kasi, gaya nga nitong, nag-record din ako, di ba, ng audio na isa dito na sabi ko na, nagsabi siya sa akin na, nasanay na akong ganyan yung boses niya. Sabi niya, what if someday you become with your friends? You will select this CD. Kaya yung CD na yun, hindi ko nilabot kay Lara. Kasi sabi ko, parang may laman yung sinasabi niya. Siyempre, gusto kong makabalik yung mga yun. Hindi sa point na, ano, ang pinaka-point ko, na gusto ko silang bumalik para magkatrabaho kasi wala ang mga trabaho, sabi ko. Sabi ko, if they don't have a job, if they don't really have a job, sabi ko, of course, I will select them compared to this CV that I'm holding. Sabi ko, pinabot nga ng kakilala ko lang, biglang dumaan, ilang taon ko lang hindi nakikita. Biglang dumaan doon, naghahanap ko siya ng ano, nakita niya ako, nagulat siya. Yung pangangin kasi, 2 months ka lang yung visa, ganito ganyan. Sabi ko, sige, pero hindi ko alam kung hearing eh. Nasaktuan naman si Yaya Bunel, galing sa Bani. Yung mga chismis na yun, kailangan dahil nasama pa si Jen, ito din si Jen gusto bumalik. Hindi ko alam yan, hindi ko alam narinig sa iyo. Pero anyway, kung ano nang nangyari, kung kumakalat yung mga, alam mo yung mga connection, diba? Siyempre, hindi lang naman ikaw napunta doon. Siyempre, yung mga ka-circle of friends yun. Hindi mo pwede i-ignore yun. Kakalat yun. Sino yun, sa ganito ko lang, sa Joe. Tapos, sa dami-dami yung tinanggal, 20. Hindi mo naman sure kung may mga friends of friends of friends of friends yun. Lit-lit lang ng baril. Pero ako, naisip ko lang, sana makahanap din kayo din. Kasi sobrang hirap ang sitwasyon. Tsaka sana nga hindi na tayo lumabang para kasi nag-busy-busy na rin kami. Nagbabalak na nga rin si Bonel. Bakit daw din kami dinalagdagan? Sabi ko dapat mag-request ka na, mamamatay na tayo dito para sobrang busy. Minsan, yung panggabi namin, 3 lang din kami. Nilipat niya ako na pangbaga, pero alam ko may inaano niya rin na maayos yung rotation. Kaya sabi ko, wala nang ship ngayon na ano, lahat nakakapagod. Sabi mo, what to do? Ayaw mo ito yung staff na ito. Wala rin staff. Ano, magdadagdag na, wala nang staff. Gawin nyo na lang kung pumalat. Talagang kapalat naman talaga eh. Pero wala na. magagawa. Hayaan mo naman sila. Tsaka, si CJ, ano ba talaga? Yung nag-apply na siya sa bus, tapos gusto niya bumalik sa akin. Ang gulo niya. Pero ang importante ngayon kasi, makatrabaho na kayo. Yung isipin. Kaya yung mga, sobrang gulo ng mga makakansari ito. Kahapon nga, pumunta si Mark doon, mag-audit. 50% kahapon. Putang ina, sabog-sabog yung ano namin, yung bar. Behind the counter, sabog-sabog. Tapos may delivery, grabe yung karton sa likod. Tatlo lang kami. So, sabi sinabihan ni Bonel, kung gusto mo, if you want to audit, tell me ha. Sabi niya. Tapos, sabi ni Mark, sabi niya, why I will tell? Just imagine it's just like a, I don't know, surprise visit or something like a ministry. You will not know. So sabi ni Yaya, binabasag niya si Martin. Sabi niya, yeah, I know, but you're not ministry, no? Tatawa ko. Wait, can't you see? I have only 2 staff here. We're very tired. Whatever you see, you take picture. And then it's a minus points to us. So you guys don't understand. We have less staff. We're so busy. I'm not receiving any new staff, additional, blah, blah, blah. Nagagalit siya kahapon. Ayun, hindi nag-audit hindi nag-audit si Mark. Ginawa niya, nag-coffee audit lang. Si Vishnu yung nag-ano. Kasi ako 7 to 4 tapos 8 to 5 silang dalawa. Papauwi na rin ako nun. Basta dumating siya, tuloy-tuloy yung busy namin. Grabe. Ako lang sa sandwich. Tapos hindi ako pwedeng tulungan nila kasi si Boss Yaya nasa till. Hindi rin makaalis. Panay iyak ng talabat. Tapos may mga tao na rin sa dining. Tapos may mga kape pa siya na pending. Wala kaming tulungan. Kanya-kanya. Yung sabog-sabog na yung sandwich ko. Tapos alam mo ba, may bagong sandwich ngayon, yung premium na tinatawag nila. Joe Spicy Caesar. So, Caesar dressing yung ginagamit. Manok tsaka turkey bacon. Tapos, ang malala doon, niluluto pa namin turkey bacon sa griller, hindi sa griller, pala sa may oven, 10 minutes. Tapos, ginugupit-gupit pa yun. Putang inong yan, nagluluto ako ng 10 minutes yung time nun Nagluluto ako at the same time gumagawa ako ng sandwich. Grabe, ang lala ng Joe ngayon. Walang stop ang putik.
Now here's Durant. So on the 4th and 1. Toss it out there at 4. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And there's Hickson. And it's Gallinari in at the power forward. Here's Lawson. Scored by Jackson. Here's Moore. The Brooklyn for extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there. That front truck coming within seconds of a steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. So here's Gallinari. Followed and scored by Oklahoma City. 6 to shoot. Lawson dishes to Gallinari. Plays again. But they'll get another chance. There's Boyd with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Durant with the drive. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Here's Moore. There's the target from 18 feet. Morrow's got 4 points now in the quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And I'll tell you the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring on the points on the fast break.
Chandler the pass to Lawson. That's Sean Lawson. The Nuggets with another miss.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Jackson dishes to Rebecca. Good.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right. Gallinari kicks to Hickson. Gallinari passes to Lawson. From downtown, another miss by Denver.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting their hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that side, and that was a tough.
Durant for three, and not sure that was close. Durant's got 38 points.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points and root to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Now here's Hickson. He dishes it to Ford. Kicks it to Lawson. He feeds it to Gallinari. Fades back. Shot no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
Well, you know the fans out in Brooklyn desperately hoping for their team to win that one.
Durant, he bumps in the middle off the ground. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
Now, here is Lawson. They need this. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Lawson.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the three ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
Here's Jackson. It is now to Durant. There's the screen. Off the screen. Oh, tries to dunk it home. Through the bar.
Well, the Nuggets missed the playoffs last season for the first time in over a decade, but their star point guard, Ty Lawson, had his best season yet. With career highs in scoring and assists.
And for Ty Lawson, Steve, he strikes a great balance between his own scoring and making plays for his teammates.
You know, he's a true point guard, but he's got shooting range and the athleticism and strength to take it inside and finish despite his smaller stature. He really plays bigger than he is because of his lower body strength, Kevin.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Perkins is checked in. Denver also making some changes. Fareed's checked in for Gallinari. And it's a Fowler in for Randy Ford. Now, here is Watson. Ball's not loose. It's scored by Ibaka. And now, here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekends. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. Still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
Here's Lawson. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Lawson kicks to Chandler. Lets the three fly. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Eustace is checked in for Oklahoma City. Roberson comes in for Reggie Jackson. Norkic checked in for the Nuggets. Harris comes in for Wilson Chandler. Clark dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in-game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be Dominic Wilkins. His two-handed double clutch sideways tilt throwdown would have to be up there as well.
What do you think, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter? Oh, yeah, no doubt you go on and on. He's sure good. Back-to-back guys, high players for sure. So it's the Thunder. Denver getting their last shot to go. And it is Oklahoma City.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They're absolutely rolling.
Now, here is Lawson to the inside. And dunked by Harris. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Here's Roberson. Denver getting their last shot to go. On the back to Houston. Morrow dishes to Ibaka. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Now, they knew what the defense was doing, and they responded perfectly.
Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Wants in the basket play. And the shot counts. He's fouled as the chance for a 3-point play.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in. That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Kerry Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Anthony Mark. Here's Roberson. Jones kicks to Roberson. Here's the 3. Shot no good. Denver shooting for the game at 42%. Fareed dishes to Lawson. Good ball move here by the Nuggets. And Harris wide open. He shoots and a drop from 3-point range. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Perkins down low. It's stolen by Lawson. And here we go with Lawson. Running it right up the court. And it's good.
Well, you knew he'd win that race. Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Here's Lamb. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. Could be a 3-point play.
What a play. The hoop plus the arm. Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Later with Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka putting up in for Jones. Durant comes in, and it's Jackson in for Andrew Robertson. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Denver. Chandler comes in for Harris.
You know, Denver really took a step backwards last season. Not only in results, but how they played. And one way that was evident was in their lack of success on the road.
Feeds it to Durant. On T. It's all in by the Nuggets. Hickson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lawson the pass to Hickson. Lawson kicks to Chandler. From the arc. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 8th rebound here tonight. As you mentioned, Denver struggled on the road last year, guys. Just 14 wins.
Well, you look at how this team played the year before last when they were the 3 seed. You know, they still had trouble on the road. So, not sure if it's the approach or the mindset, but it's an issue that this group needs to address.
Now, here's Chandler, following the shot by Kevin Durant. 3-pointer. Here's Fareed. Here's Hickson. Perkins pulls it in. And it's a Thunder with the ball. Jackson kicks to Lamb. It's good. It's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist here tonight. The Nugget shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Here's Lawson. Hickson sets the screen for Fareed. He used that pick to perfection. 8 points for Wilson Chandler.
And these two just going at it from deep now. You know, it seems like what's going on here is anything you can do, I can do better territory.
Now here's Lamb. It's going to be 2 free throws. Good contact on the shot. Jeremy Lamb making some major strides in season 2 of the Thunder.
Well, he played significant minutes in the rotation until Ron Butler came around. Sort of fell out of the rotation. But Lamb, I thought, developed nicely last year. Averaged double figures for a good stretch of the season. Got a chance to really solidify his role on this team the next couple of years.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. And it's Perry Jones in for Serge Ibaka. Now, here is Robinson. McGee dishes to Gallinari. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And Lamb last season shot it better, passed it better. He did slump a little bit down the stretch, but that could be a function of not always playing consistent minutes. But the Thunder have to be encouraged on the whole by what they saw in this play.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Thunder.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And this one we're going to go on is win number 3.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round 1 of what's basically a 4-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Durant. Well, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got. Jeremy Lin, a quiet demeanor, his effort level questioned at times at UConn. But a great situation for him with this young, motivated Thunder team. And he's getting some quality minutes on a great team.
Outside Durant. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Takes a shot at the elbow and gets it to go. Durant's got 47 points.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Harris misses. Durant with it. Here's Lamb. Just a chip off. Finish left. Sure about this.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
4 profit for Oklahoma City is a rookie win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this team the next time they have a bad night and remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan player of the game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, you can be made of the scoring that you're here, certainly, but can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
The only thing that everybody has to come to play. Everybody play hard to try to we come together, so we show we can do that.
Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Kevin Durant.